Welcome to day 12. Yesterday, I made some chocolate ice cream base with Jenny's ice cream recipe, which is freely available online. I'm gonna make the ice cream now. Later in this video, I'm gonna make some more vanilla ice cream, and I'm gonna show you how I make the best ice cream I've ever had. Wow.
Just lift the basket up.
Oh. This freezer is so cool. Uses hardly any power, and it works. All right. Want to use a spatula. Get as much out as you can, because it may not look like a lot, but after it's made, the rest of the ice cream in here is a good, I don't know, at least a couple spoonfuls. Put it in the churner. And let it go. It usually cooks for about spins for about 15 minutes, or until it sounds like it's kind of not struggling, but it's getting a little bit harder to turn. Then you just check it and see if it's the consistency you like. I like it pretty thick because it freezes better that way, but it's all up to you. All right, I think we're about there. Again, consistency is personal preference, but I like it pretty thick, so this turned out really, really good, I think. So it's not just like soft serve, but it's not completely caked on either. Oops.
It's gonna drip.
Oh my gosh. This is the first time I've tried the chocolate recipe. I'm not usually a chocolate ice cream fan. I like vanilla, but this is super good. I'm gonna link to this ice cream maker that we have on Amazon and the ice cream recipe that I use. This is so unbelievably good. I'm gonna show you vanilla later in the day, but we're gonna have some lunch and we might support the local industry here by going out and doing a few things. I think you know what that means. So when I said we're supporting the local industry, I meant we're wine tasting.
Yay!
Because everything around here is struggling, like, I don't know, the entire world when it comes to this kind of thing. So we like to imbibe responsibly and support the local economy. So that's what's happening.
So we're at Bodega Pierce First.
Yes. And where's my, here it is, my mask.
So they are by reservation only, and they have a couple seats inside, a couple seats outside, and since they have a big group coming outside, they have us inside, but everyone else inside's wearing a mask. So feel very good in here, and it tastes delicious.
Mm-hmm. We picked a good day to be here because there's a big group and they're all outside. We're the only ones inside.
Well, it's because they only...
So we are social distancing like pros.
Yep.
With wine.
Rosé for me and Athena for him.
So one of the things we like to do when we go wine tasting is come home with several bottles.
Yes, well, that's the point.
Even though we don't need more
No,
booze, we're just supporting the local.
We are, and the wine is delicious. So,
Absolutely.
and this winery has something very different called a piquette, which is made with like after you make the wine, so it's not as boozy and it's bubbly, and it's super good. So we got a few bottles of that too.
Absolutely.
Okay, we have one more stop today.
One more stop. We can't go broke buying all the wine now.
So our last and final, well, I guess last and final is the same thing.
Second and
final stop is Zarpara wine vineyards, which it's one of our favorites actually. We came and got a whole bunch of stuff from them at the beginning of the summer. They were shut down because of COVID, so we just came and picked up almost a case of wine. But now they're back open, so we're gonna go do some tasting, see what's new.
Let's do it. And they have a winery dog. A lot of wineries have winery dogs. I love it when they have a winery dog.
Look at that waggy tail.
Hey, bud.
Look at the helicopter tail.
Well, hello, bud. Hey, bud.
Helicopter tail.
Oh, you a good dog? Yeah, you a good puppy? Yeah, you a good puppy? We get to be outside. So, because of COVID, they have this option, which is just a plastic glass.
Or you
and
can get
it's
one
easily
disposable.
discarded.
Yeah. The other is you can get their glass with their name on it, and that's a little bit more money, but you get to take it home. But we already have so many wine glasses that we opted for the plastic.
We do not need more wine glasses at all. Not even close.
No.
Not even close. Look at check out this view we have. Yeah, we have some where? Yeah, right behind us we have some snow on the top of there it is. Those mountains there.
That's Dos Cabeza right there.
Yep. And we just came from, I think it's over there. I think that's the place right there. That was Bodega Pierce. But obviously things aren't in bloom right now, but look at their vineyards. Very cool.
Beautiful in the spring and summer.
Yes.
This is the nice thing, is that a lot of places in Arizona have adjusted and they now have a lot of outdoor seating, and you can sit outside all year long because our weather's awesome. So you can go wine tasting and still be outside.
Oh, bud. Are you a sucker for pets? Our dogs are suckers for pets too. Yeah. Yeah.
So this is one of our favorite things. This is their Aurora Rosa 2019. It is a rosé port-style dessert wine, and it is fabulous. This is what we came and bought wine over the summer when they were closed. We just came and bought a bunch of different things, but this was the reason why. And we're back because we wanted to try it again and get a few as gifts. So
got a few more bottles.
at least a couple of those bottles were for gifts. So they're not all for us. Some are for gifts.
We don't have to explain ourselves. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, that's it for today. We are going to head home, and Steve has more ice cream.
Ice cream, yes, vanilla ice cream. Oh, that's so good. All right, it is time to make the ice cream. Again, this is Jenny's vanilla ice cream recipe. You can find it all over online. It's my favorite. It uses cream cheese and not egg. No egg whatsoever, cream cheese. Okay, let's go. Cream cheese, sugar, milk, cream, cornstarch, vanilla. Let's put all this together. The first thing you do is you make a little slurry with 1/4 cup of your milk. That's about 1/4 cup, a little bit more. 4 tablespoons of cornstarch. Teaspoons, 4 teaspoons of cornstarch. Whisk together. All right, set this aside. Now, in a medium saucepan, we combine the rest of the milk. It's whole milk. Rest of the whole milk. 1 1/4 cup heavy cream. Two-thirds cup sugar. 2 tablespoons corn syrup, and a pinch of salt. With the salt and the vanilla, I eyeball it. You don't have to be exact, it just depends on your taste. So I just put a little pinch of salt at the beginning, then I'll add more salt at the end if I think that I need it. But just a pinch is all I need. And then you heat this to a rolling boil. And then you boil it for about 4 minutes, and then we'll add the slurry. You want to let this milk mixture boil for about 4 minutes, but you really have to continue stirring constantly. Otherwise, this has the tendency of boiling over and getting all over your stove. I know that because it's happened. So you really have to stir the entire time once it starts boiling. So you let it boil for 4 minutes, and then you add this milk cornstarch mixture that we made at the beginning of this process. And since this is cold, it'll instantly stop boiling. But once this is added, you let it boil again for about 2 minutes, and then that's where the cream cheese comes in. And that's where the magic happens. All right, this has been boiling for about 2 minutes. We can turn the stove off. And the cream cheese, I'm gonna take a little bit of the hot milk mixture and just pour it into the bowl with the 1.5 ounces of cream cheese, and then mix that up, and then add it back to your mixture.
You do this to try not to have lots of clumps, right?
That's correct. And sometimes it can be difficult to get the cream cheese completely dissolved, so you might have to work at it a little bit. All right. Okay, that looks pretty good. Dump that sucker back in here. And there's one more ingredient. At this point, you could add some vanilla. The recipe calls for 1 tablespoon, but really you could add as much as you want. I eyeball it. I like my ice cream pretty vanilla-y, so I add a little bit more. But again, vanilla to taste. Yeah.
And this is when you'd add more salt too, right? Once you taste it?
Once you taste it. So we mix that up into this hot milk mixture. And you want the consistency, see that line, it stays, which is about the consistency that you want. So the consistency is good. Oh boy. That's vanilla-y and just full of dairy and delicious. That's perfect. So the ice cream base is done. So we add it into a container. We have one of these quart-sized containers. Cap it. And then we put it into the refrigerator, usually overnight, and then we repeat the process that I showed earlier this morning with the churning of the ice cream. And at that point, you could add like Oreos or little bits of candy bar or pecans to make like a cookies and cream or pecan or whatever you want to make. In this case, this is just straight vanilla. Not gonna add anything, just gonna churn it. But this is going in the fridge. Maybe. Now that ice cream is done, dinner is next.
Dinner is next, and I'm trying to make homemade gluten-free gnocchi, which I have not ever made gluten-free. I used to make them when I could eat gluten-y flour, but we'll see how it turns out with a mushroom sauce.
Ooh.
So I baked the potatoes and have some of the stuff prepped for the mushroom sauce, and now I'm currently making the gnocchi look nice. And I'll boil them up, see how it goes.
Just in time for happy hour.
I'll get the gnocchi cooked in time for happy hour, and then we'll make the sauce and finish dinner after happy hour. It's one of our happy hour tricks is that I prep as much as I can before happy hour, so dinner is quick afterwards, because we're usually pretty hungry.
Okay. Is this it? This feels like it's...
We're gonna eat our gnocchi, which
it.
actually turned out really good for being a first time trying it gluten-free.
Yep. Ooh, mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Anyway, cooking heavy video this time, but I don't know what we're doing tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Sunday.
Football. We'll see.
I'm sure we'll do other things too. So.
See you tomorrow.
Have a good night.
Penny, wave, bye. Okay, just stay there.